Hello guys, welcome back to another exciting video. This video I have a lot of things to cover regarding some speculation, new control concepts, possible Valentine's update, and at the end of the video I'm going to try to predict the update release date. Before we get into any of that, let's talk about the control fruit, and if we have any updates on it. We know that admin Yusuf has said that the control fruit is being worked on, which I have no doubt about, and I think he is telling the truth. For us players it's just a long and grueling wait for the update. The developers of bloxfruits most likely take inspiration from One Piece, as the game is based on the anime. For those familiar with One Piece, Trafalgar D. Waterloo wields the Ope no Mi, granting him the power to create a spatial domain known as Room. Within this space, he can manipulate objects and individuals. One of his most formidable techniques is the Gamma Knife, which we know is in bloxfruits. Another thing that I want to point out is that in the anime, Law's ship that he travels with is actually a submarine. Do you guys see the connection? Yes, the submarine we have in game that I have made a video on could be the potential obtainment of control rework or something similar. I found it quite interesting that the submarine has no purpose, and when looking at it, I thought of Law's ship. Before diving deeper into these topics, I would really appreciate if you guys could drop a sub, as only 2% of you guys are actually subbed. Without further ado, I hope you guys enjoy the video.
This is gonna come from me. Be the change I couldn't be. Can I find a life just like fairy tales, far from this tragedy?
Alright guys, now that we are in bloxfruits, let's discuss the update. We know that we will be getting control rework, divine arts and more. The question I have is, do you guys think the bloxfruits developers will release the update in Valentine's Day? Does this mean we could get a Valentine event along with the control rework and the other things? Last year we got the love rework and some other things along with an event. My first thought was the bloxfruits would release the control rework early February and then drop an event maybe end of February or early March. One thing that kind of disappoints me is that the bloxfruits developers no longer provide sneaks as often. This results in the community getting bored and tired of no hype. This does however inspire me to make concepts so that the players have something to ponder about whilst they wait patiently for the update. The concept I have made for this video is the skill names and the GUI along with it. But before we get to that, let's talk about divine arts and the potential Venom rework. So we know Venom is a fruit that has been in the game for a long time, and let's be honest, it is very outdated. The developers aim to polish and refine every part of the game that is old and outdated. We've seen this in action as they have reworked every gun, sword and other things. Fruits take more time because they are VFX heavy. This guarantees that every fruit that is outdated will at some point get reworked. Venom is already one of the strongest and most iconic fruits in the game, but imagine if we took it to the next level with a hybrid transformation. Let me show you what this could look like and how it might work in game. Alright, here it is, the Venom hybrid form. This form is inspired by the idea of merging the full transformation with the human form. In this form, your character keeps a humanoid shape, but gains venomous features like claws, pink mist swirling around you, and even venom trails with every movement. The design is similar to how Dragon Hybrid looks in game. Now, why did I choose to add a hybrid form? I know that some people say that it can't have a hybrid form because the fruit is a paramecia, but remember that the user can surround their body with the abilities of their fruit. That's what I have basically recreated in Roblox Studio. I think it looks pretty cool and would be really fun to PvP with. It would make Venom fun to use again. Alright guys, before we get into look at the control moves concept you guys have been waiting for, let's get into Roblox and look at the control moves in the game currently. Alright guys, now that we are in Roblox, let's look at the moves of control and its ultimate. Firstly, we have the control area move, which just generates the control area. This move is nice, and I think that just some particle adjustments will make it look fine. Next we have the levitate skill, which looks cool, but is just terrible in PvP. In the game there are so many moves that allow you to move around the battlefield fast, and landing the small rock is just almost impossible. This move can for sure be changed by the devs. I think they should completely overhaul this move and make it something else that is actually viable in PvP. Maybe some teleport slash skill. Next we move on to Echo Knife, which is a skill that when landed unleashes a barrage of slashes that deal damage and finish off with a lightning explosion. This move's idea is nice, but the VFX is way outdated. Alright guys, let's go over the new skill names that I have come up with. So basically these will be the new skills if they release a rework. This is just my speculation. Alright, so we first have control area, which I have kept the same as the old bloxfruits. There is no need to change the name of this, as it will still be the same no matter what the developers do to change it. Next, we have multi-float. This skill will be like levitate, but you can pick up humanoids into objects, making this usable in PvP again. When you pick up the humanoid, they are stunned for a short period and then dropped. To make this skill balanced, upon casting it, a small VFX circle will spawn, and that will be the area that is affected by the move. This would make the skill not too broken. Alright guys, let's go to the next skill, which is Radical Knife. This move I have actually made a while back. It is just Echo Knife but better. And finally we have the ultimate, which is called Surgical Procedure. This move would do the casting animation that Gamma Rush does currently, but after the move is over you will have an extra item appear in your inventory. This item would be the player's heart. Upon clicking on it, you deal the damage that the Gamma would have done. So you can essentially store damage and keep it for when they pretty low HP. Think about this. You are fighting someone, and let's say you have landed the surgical move earlier in the fight and still have their heart. When they are around 2k HP you can pop it, and they die instantly. Pretty strong, right? Well guys, that was the concepts I came up for the moves, and I want to know what you guys think about these moves. As promised, I predict that the update will come out mid-February. If you guys made it to the end of the video, I would really appreciate if you guys could turn on notifications and drop a sub. Also, any ideas for concepts or bosses or anything bloxfruit related that you can think of, say it in the comments and make sure it's something that I have not done yet. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.